Audeo Piouz.
Oh yeah, pious, faithful, the loudest, that's me.
That's him. I want y'all to put it together for AP.
How y'all doing?
He mad because I'm taller than him.
That's right. First and foremost, I've lived a life that has been blessed. I'm going to tell you that now before I tell you anything. But I finished my project, Abstract Conception. A street here from Northtown, Vegas. But this copy in my hand is exceptionally special because it's dedicated to my brother, to Bliss. This is for my brother, James.
That's what I'm talking about. We from the west side.
I can dig it. I was the only, I'm a man of like 17 or some shit like that. Yeah, 27 in the house, man of 27 in the house. Y'all put your hands together for Bliss, your host right now. Now, as she said, we like to make a lot of noise in here. Now I'm going to try to be politically correct because, to my knowledge, they say eyes are watching me. And I just want you to know that's the whole fucking purpose. I want you watching. I want you paying attention. Because I hope some of this shit at some point in time in your life sinks in. I'm Audeo Piouz. Audeo why? Because, oh, hold on, DJ, you got Young John meet me in the track? If you follow my Facebook post, y'all know it's about to go down right now. Hey, I've been practicing my dance moves and all that shit. Oh yeah. Hey, cause this the trap, because I got Rio Nation in the house. My big brother's up in here. Yo, make some noise for Rio Nation. We have intelligence in the house. She was just on tour with MC Light. See, I'm the king of talking this motherfucker. And my name is Audeo Piouz. Make some noise. We got Marcus here. We was there. We just put the lead. I told you are my brother. Shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna dance. She's from the west side, so y'all might know this. Because they say you gotta love life and live and shit. So you can't be all mad all the goddamn time. If you don't got no reason to smile, I'll give you one right here. You right here.
I don't really know what to say right now. But the next 5 minutes of each of our individual lives all boils down to right now. It comes down to this very moment. Now, either we can reconcile and atone as a people, or we face a fate far worse than slavery. We face the perils of being another species on the brink of extinction, one by one. All 30-some odd million of us, every single one of us, until there's none of us left. We're living in hell right now, ladies and gentlemen. My brothers and my sisters, believe you me, now we can choose to lie down and continue to keep getting our asses kicked, or we can unite for the right fight. We can climb our way back into the light. Together we can claw our way out of hell as a people. Together as one. Now I can't do it by myself. I'm just a single man. I look around at all these smiling, young, vibrant faces, and I don't see hatred, and I hold my own children, and I think I've made every mistake that a middle-aged man can make, and that as a man, every mistake that I've made had a price to be paid, and no, never have I claimed to be perfect, but it just seemed that I've lost my faith, and I've tried to fly, but it wasn't my time, and like an angel that has fallen from his grace, I've taken the value away from what he's made when he gave life, and I was looking for redemption. And then I mentioned I live check to check like the next, and yes, just living in stress like the rest. Believe it or not, I've chased away anybody who has ever truly loved me. And lately I can't even stand the face that I see in the mirror no more, because its ugly reflection don't resemble who we are as a people, just what we've become as a product of this society. You know, the older I get, the more things getting taken from me. I mean, that's just another part of life, but I didn't learn that until I started losing shit. You find out with every loss that life is nothing more than a series of lessons that you can't learn until you live. We live for today because tomorrow ain't promised, and yesterday is so far away. Living for the moment you realize that timing is everything, and the time for change is now. Our margin for error is so small that tomorrow we can't afford to wait for, because every day our babies die because of the self-hate. Furthermore, later may very just well be too late, so you gotta live for the moment. These moments happen every waking day of our lives, every second, every minute, every hour. Now, you know, like I know, it takes a village, contrary to the belief that only as individuals can we achieve and succeed, but I know a people once willing to assemble, if only for a moment. I know a people who were once this mighty tribe, a tribe who went from enslavement without justification to a bullshit emancipation proclamation. People fighting the hatred of segregation to a separation, reformation, of social integration without reparation or liberation. So as obligation to our nation, here I stand. Right? Because I know that when you take all my people living for this goddamn moment, that's going to make the fucking difference between our survival and our extinction, between our living and our dying. All my life I've had to fight, and I'm willing to fight and die right now because I've been living for this moment. And I know for me life has no meaning unless I'm willing to fight and die for my people at this moment, because that's what we live for. That split second right before our face, that moment where we erase and rewrite his story and tell our owner how we've overcome. Now I can't make you do it, but you see, I see somebody out there willing to seize the moment with me. You see, right next to you is somebody who understands the sacrifice required to change and chart our stars, because he or she knows that I am my brother's keeper, and we are in this hell together, and our only way out of this hell is together as a people. Now either you reconcile and heal as a people, or we continue to perish as individuals. Come on, AP. This is my moment. This is my plea. So what's it gonna be? They're gonna learn today. Now, I haven't done this reading off paper for a long time, but like I said, the time for change is now. We don't have the luxury of ignoring the shit that you see. Everybody has eyes. Everybody has a brain. And if you believe in God like you claim you do, see, I'm going to use God like folks ain't normally used to. See, if he's omniscient and he knows everything, he knows that you know better. They might not want to hear that shit right now. Pastor didn't say that this morning. But if God knows you, he knows you know better. Because he made you. Like, they don't fear God. Yeah, they do. They fear you. Your beautiful black selves. Now, we're going to turn our attention to my sisters. The reason why I'm turning my attention to my sisters is being a part of Real Nation, we have a lot of discussion, a lot of dialogue that goes on about the conditions of everything.
And the biggest thing that I can tell you that is wrong with a black woman is she has to defend herself at all costs and don't got no goddamn protection. Now go. See, everybody wants to point finger and point blame, but what part did you play in her development? What part did you play in lifting her up beyond her circumstances? See, we don't understand that as slaves, we sung freedom into existence, and after we got free, we stopped singing. Oh my gosh, yeah. We just gonna get into this, because I'm gonna make somebody shoot at me after this. I swear for God. But you can tell your pastor I said it, and I can go places he can't. Swear to God.
She was only 17. 17 with no hopes, no dreams. It would seem no hopes and no dreams and no future is what she's used to. Just a lot of secrets that keeps her feeling dirty and incomplete. And it's deep because it's like in her mind, her disposition was self-inflicted and conducive to an abusive relationship. She finds herself just another frightened silence witness with diminished strength who has lost all respect for self and not what she is, a battered victim in need of help, but help never appears. Help never appears, and it's clear that she has disrespected herself for so long. For so many years that she has accepted being most deserving of not deserving respect. And I guess you can tell by the way that she dressed that her and her mother and any other woman for that matter has ever had a woman-to-woman with her that mattered. No sister has ever told her heart to heart that she mattered. Her father never told her that no matter how he claims to be different, the morning after you're gonna be feeling the same way, empty. And to me this matters most of all. No brother has ever told her he loved her just because of who she is, and this matters because she was simply a lost little girl trying to find herself and way in a world where the rarity of black pearls lack value and zirconiums in the dust replace the diamonds in the rough. They condemn and curse you for your virtue, and they won't admit that your worth too is more than the monetary lust, but because nobody ever gave a fuck. While everybody stood around looking down, nobody had balls enough to extend a hand and try to pick a sister up. Her potential becomes marginalized by the commercialized branded bitch hoe slut that they sensationalize, and this is what she aspires to be because the mystique of righteous mother, daughter, queen don't seem to get no trendy hashtags nowadays, and the whole time she screams I-D-E-B-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that means? Hell yeah, I do. Still a slave. Sister, you are a slave until you recognize the difference between the power that lies between your thighs and the power between your eyes. So I'm going to stand here and let my soul cry, sister, hoping for better days, my sister, praying you change your ways. Try, sister, by